Hello. So here I am. I am painting cheetah stripes. They're not turning out exactly how I thought they would. But guess what? It does not matter. You know why it doesn't matter? I'm not exactly painting this thing because of the cheetah stripes or the mural itself. I mean, they will be a lovely result. The reason that I am painting this is to feed my soul today. I've been drumming on about feeding my soul, haven't I, Bee? Well, the holiday season is coming up, and I know everybody's going to need some soul feeding. So, what is it? What does it mean to feed your soul? Here is how I interpret it. So, when you really, really want to eat something, and you're like, oh, I really want to eat like Ferrero right now, like one of these bowls, and you're like, just smell it, taste it, it feels so good. It just hits the spot. You're just satisfied. That's how feeding your soul feels. Also, feeding your soul brings this clarity. And you can even feel kind of proud of yourself when you're done, kind of even physically tired when you're done. But overall, you will feel satisfied, you will feel full. Okay? So, why should you do it? Well, as I said, holiday season is coming up. Whether you are somebody who celebrates some of these holidays or none of these holidays, it's irrelevant. It affects all of us, right? And whether you love celebrating the holidays or you dread the holidays, yeah, you need it either way. Because even if you're a person who's happy with the holidays, everybody gets a little bit worn down. So, as I was speaking about this activity, I was describing how I feel when I do it. And there's a few activities that give me this pleasure, this kind of satisfaction, this kind of like clarity of mind, recharging. It's painting, building Legos, it's exploring. It used to be when I was a kid bike riding, also, it used to be swimming, it used to be reading books. It used to be specifically reading Oprah magazine. I had a few different versions throughout my life that I was just like, that felt so good. I could take over the world now. No, I'm serious. It's like, it's not motivation and inspiration, but it's the clarity that comes with it. So when the holidays are happening, whether you celebrate them or not, whether you like them or not, I need you to have something to do to recharge yourself. Because number one, chances are it's cold where you are, if you're close to me. And also, chances are you're going to need to take like some time out for yourself and care for yourself. So I was on purpose stretching all of this out because this is the thing about human brains. When somebody starts talking about something and describing it really well, our brain naturally brings out the experiences that match for us. So, what you got? What gives you satisfaction? Tell me. Bike riding, books, cleaning, building IKEA furniture. There's really no wrong activity here. My first client, she would feed her soul by cleaning her house. That is what gave her that satisfaction and clarity. So I don't care what it is. But there's one thing. There can't be tug of war when you're feeding your soul. So if you're like, oh, I really, really, really want to eat this Ferrero, like it would just like hit the spot right now. And then it's like, oh, but that's chocolate. We're not supposed to be eating chocolate. The holidays are coming. We're already fat. Why are we eating more? Da 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 da. Loop goes. You're not gonna have the effect you want. You're not. You can eat the Ferrero. Chances are you're probably gonna feel guilty about it and not really enjoy it. You're gonna just like swallow it whole. Same goes for people who are like, oh, I feed my soul by exercising, but when I get myself to the gym, right? I really enjoy it. It's really good for me. That doesn't fill your soul if you have to like force yourself to go. I'm talking about things that you do, and they could be as little as like, cleaning out a freaking drawer in my house, right? Taking a shower. What is satisfying to you? Come on, brain. I know you got something. You see, holidays are the best time of year for our manuals to kick in. Manual, as in like, you press this button and this is what happens. And you press this button and this is what happens. Press this button and this is what happens. It tells us what does what. Like, comes with fridges, microwaves, phones, computers, everything. But also, we have it for everything and everybody in our life, including ourselves. So, how should we behave for the holidays? How should our family behave for the holidays? We should be all joyful. We should all be getting along, which never freaking ever happens, does it, most of the time now, right? Yeah. So, you are draining yourself extra because there are these special expectations. Maybe your family did holidays one way and your significant other's family did holidays the other way. And now you can't make anybody happy, or you have exams right after the holidays, so you have to study now, or whatever is it, you know? We have these expectations, we have these manuals that are like implanted in our brain of ourselves and of people and of situations. And when they're not going exactly how we want them to, we naturally get drained and frustrated and we don't enjoy it as much. So, having something to feed your soul with, to recharge, to get some satisfaction out of, to get some clarity, that's where I'm going with this feeding your soul thing. If you know going for a walk in the fresh air is exactly the pill you need, yeah. So, the last thing I want to give you today is permission slips. Brene Brown is who I heard about permission slips from. I love Oprah. Oprah's like my best friend. Although I don't read the magazine anymore since it doesn't come in print. I always used to joke with my husband, like, oh, my friend Oprah is here, when the magazine would arrive, and I would cozy up in the couch and read it and really truly enjoyed it. The smell of the pages, the content, all of it. And I can go on tangents about Oprah. But when Brene Brown went to see Oprah, she wrote herself a permission slip to be excited about the meeting, right? She gave herself permission to really enjoy this. And, it didn't click for me because number one, she was talking about permission slips, writing them on a little like piece of a paper and stuff. And I lose pieces of paper. I always wash them in my pants and stuff, and it did not really work out for me until I got into this life coaching. And then pandemic happened, and during pandemic I wrote myself a permission slip because during pandemic nobody was following my manual. Damn it, I wasn't following my manual. My kids were definitely not following my manual. We were watching way too much. We were eating not on any kind of schedule or sleeping on any kind of schedule. It was insanity and a mess. So I gave myself a permission to just, everything's okay for this time being. It's just fine. Like, we will do things that I don't normally approve of, and it's fine right now. That's what I want you to do. I want you to give yourself a permission to do whatever recharges you. I'm not like talking about you wanting to spend the whole day on the couch not talking to your family. I want to do that sometimes, but that's not the recharging I'm talking about. I'm talking about that activity that satisfies you, right? That we've talked about from the beginning. Give yourself permission to do that as much as you need to do. And you might even have different activities like I do. Hell, maybe you just go and put loud music on and drive around the neighborhood 2 times. Whatever does it for you, whatever gives you clarity and satisfaction and recharges you. Give yourself permission. I am giving you permission to do that this holiday season. Guess what? We're doing this for you, but that ripple effect, everybody else is going to benefit from it too. So if you are a woman or if you are a man, and we've both been conditioned differently not to put ourselves first, I give you permission that for like however chunk of time you put yourself first and you do that activity. Go watch that movie, right? Whatever it is, do it for you. And I promise holidays will be way, way nicer experience. And if you want more of tools and permissions and whatnot, come and join me in Untangle. I am looking forward to meet you and working with you. I am so excited. The first class, exactly on the tools like this, the tiny little things that you can do to shift your life and change the way that you're living and the experience of life. That's going to be the first class. It's called the Basic Tools. It was supposed to actually start on the 23rd before I figured out it's Thanksgiving because, it's not something. I mean, I like Thanksgiving, but yeah. So we're going to push that back so you all can join us after you enjoy this first holiday. And I will see you all soon. So come check out Untangle.